Renaming column names in Pandas. I want to change the column labels of a Pandas data frame from 2.
Rename specific columns. Use the df.rename function and refer the columns to be renamed. Not all the columns have to be renamed. Minimal code example. The following methods all work and produce the same output. Remember to assign the result back, as the modification is not in place. Alternatively, specify in place equals true. You can specify errors equals raise to raise errors if an invalid column to rename is specified. Reassign column headers. Use df.set_axis with axis equals 1. Headers can be assigned directly.
Just assign it to the .columns attribute. The rename method can take a function, for example,
as documented in working with text data.
Pandas 0.21 plus answer. There have been some significant updates to column renaming in version 0.21. The rename method has added the axis parameter, which may be set to columns or 1. This update makes this method match the rest of the Pandas API. It still has the index and columns parameters, but you are no longer forced to use them. The set_axis method with the in-place set to false enables you to rename all the index or column labels with a list. Examples for Pandas 0.21 plus. Construct sample data frame. Using rename with axis equals columns or axis equals 1. Or both result in the following. It is still possible to use the old method signature. The rename function also accepts functions that will be applied to each column name. Or using set_axis with a list and in-place equals false. You can supply a list to the set_axis method that is equal in length to the number of columns, or index. Currently, in-place defaults to true, but in-place will be defaulted to false in future releases. Or why not use df.columns equals A, B, C, D? There is nothing wrong with assigning columns directly like this. It is a perfectly good solution. The advantage of using set_axis is that it can be used as part of a method chain and that it returns a new copy of the data frame. Without it, you would have to store your intermediate steps of the chain to another variable before reassigning the columns.
If you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing.